Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. Well, I'm gonna get going because I don't want to take too much of your time. And the way it's gonna roll is that I'm going to be talking for about 10-15 minutes. So if you have a cacao or a tea or water, go ahead and have that, and then find your position where you're listening, and I'll activate all of our senses so that our presence is as authentic and as um yeah, as here as possible. And then we'll be able to understand the moon with the mind, and then we'll be able to move with the moon. I was talking to a dear friend yesterday about the importance of embodiment because everything that isn't embodied is just knowledge in the head. And information and knowledge in the head that isn't embodied it never translates into wisdom. So it's kind of a responsibility for us to hear, understand, and then move in the body with it, and that way we can become the resonance of the information that we're crying with the head. There's something to be said as well that the head without the heart is in it's incomplete. They're both working with one another to be able to have a full global experience of this human experience. Yesterday I was listening to a podcast because I'm traveling with my partner throughout the north of Canada here, and I was listening to Ido Portal. And if you guys don't know who Ido Portal is, I know Julio knows exactly who Ido Portal is, but Ido Portal is basically a movement master, and he describes that um, you know, there's one thing that we know for sure that we can't escape, and that is that we are embodied. We are, no matter when we wake up and when we go to bed, every single person cannot choose to not be embodied. So how we move in our body is a language that can be more articulate, more graceful, and more refined. Just as when now that you're going to be going to Paris to learn French, at the beginning it's going to be clumsy because you don't know the language. Well, movement is our primary language. It is the one that can feel and sense resonance, and the one that can convey the expression to the world. So when we're clumsy kindergarten with our movement, we yeah, it's as if we're cutting off the ability to communicate our expression into the world, and therefore it's cutting us off from the world. Okay, so that was just a little recap here on Ido Portal. The other thing too is that I want to mention the reason why I'm so obsessed with somatics as the basics of intelligence is that the body never lies. The body's honest, right? It really is honest. Like you're not gonna tell your lower back pain that it's lying. You know what I mean? It's like, no, arm, you're not hurting. It's like it's honest, it's raw. And therefore it is communicating something important about your internal world. And the internal world is a reflection of the external world, and vice versa. So I'm not going to get too much into it because that's the reason I have the program and we go deep into that. But I do want to honor that the body is the vessel of truth in this reality, and that it is in relationship with the celestial intelligence of the world, of our skies. So that's why I really like to take a moment to breathe into the full moon, because I know a lot of people get tied into the mundane day to day, but there are greater vibrations, greater swells, greater waves that are happening above us that are guiding our emotions. If you think about it, during a full moon, tides tend to be stronger because the gravitational pull of the sun and moon align, and these produce spring tides. So can you imagine what it does to our beings, to our body? And we are emotional being as well. So when we understand what is happening in our emotional body, right, then we can dance through space time with more grace and ease, and just be able to calibrate without it being just um, fanatic and disorganized. Okay, so today is a full moon in Aquarius. Okay, and the full moon in general, guys, it always means illumination, culmination, revelation. It has an opportunity for us to be in more emotional clarity. And when we harvest what happened with the new moon or the full moon 1 month ago, it gives us a little bit of a heartbeat in our lives to be like, okay, what did I accomplish for 30 days? When I set that intention 29.8 days ago, how have I been able to fulfill my intention? Therefore, the full moon is a really good opportunity for us to keep track of our becoming. Yeah. So today I'm going to give you guys like one question that hopefully in 29.8 days, in 30 days when we have the next full moon, we can also chat about whether we have been able to accomplish these, our intentions. Okay. So I'm going to keep going a little bit into the more, rational mind of what's happening in the sky. There is a Leo in Aquarius axis, and Leo, it asks more questions like who am I and how do I express my unique gifts? It's like what makes me shine, right? And then the Aquarius, it asks, well, okay, great, I have all these gifts and how do I shine, but how do I use these gifts to serve humanity? Because if you've got all these gifts but you don't actually do it to help humanity, then it's blocked. There's a blockage. It's always about being able to provide to the greater amount of people and beings with your gifts, right? So, Leo, who am I? How do I express my unique gifts? And then Aquarius, how do my gifts serve humanity? And how do I contribute to something larger than myself? So, maybe just in this moment, put that down on paper, like write that down somewhere. Just ask that side of you, who am I and what are my unique gifts? Like get real on what they are, because you know, only you know what your unique gifts. Your mom might tell you, your boyfriend might tell you, but you know your unique gifts. So Leo, who am I and how do I express my unique gifts? And then Aquarius, how do my gifts serve humanity? And how do I contribute to something larger than myself? I'll give you a minute to write that down. If you don't have a journal, I think it would be important to have one every time you come on any calls with me, to have a journal. Mm-hmm. So, whether or not you practice astrology, today's full moon is often used as a time for reflection. And that's what we're doing here. And we're going to be embodying our reflection rather than just talking about it with language. We're going to use our primary language of movement to be able to feel into the answers that you might be seeking. Okay. But here's another great question to ask yourself, like, what has matured in my life since the beginning of the summer? Because now we're July 29, and you know, in the more indigenous realms, they call this the buck moon. So other traditional names were like thunder moons, hay moon, berry moon, raspberry moon. It's all about the harvest. We know how the les autochtones is how we call them in Canada, but in indigenous culture, it's all about the what they see in nature. And think about it, a buck is like a baby deer, or it's a deer. So the way that they see it is that the deer, their antlers fall off so that new antlers can grow. So this was also symbolic, without just looking at what it means on Aquarius and Leo axis. Just look at nature. Just look at what nature is doing organically, naturally. So there are certain things that you may have outgrown that are you're needing to drop so that the new can come in. You just ask yourself, what has matured in my life since the beginning of the summer? And in that question, most likely you'll see that things have also dropped away, correct? So then in that same breath, what am I ready to release? And I'll leave that for now. I think the main thing here is that the Aquarius full moon, it's about becoming more of you, not less of you. I mean, in every circumstances, every moon anyway, but it's more about once you understand what your gifts are and how you can provide them to humanity, then how can you like multiply that 1,000-fold for the next 30 days? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you really own that those are your gifts and that they can help humanity? And can you stop being the shy person that just keeps that on a little 10 on 100? How can you put it out more? And so that could be a good contemplation. I'm like, okay, my gifts are this. I know that they can help humanity on this. This is how I can multiply my impact more and make a plan for that. Okay. And when I was researching this morning a little bit more, the question that stood out for me is like, well, why do people stop being real about their gifts. And where do we get lost in forgetting that we have gifts that we want to share to the world? And so the question is like, where have you abandoned your truth in order to belong, maybe, or in order, whatever, in order for X? But where have you abandoned your truth? And like, reel that back in, like you're on a horse, reel that back in and like take your control of your truth, of your gifts, and what you're here to accomplish. One of my teachers always says, what is your assignment? Like, I love that. Every morning I ask myself that. Oh, right. I'm here. I got my taxes to pay. I got my businesses to run. I got my partners and all that. But like, I'm here on assignment. And what is that assignment? And usually your assignment is going to be pretty obvious when you get real on what your gifts are. And that's the beauty of having Aquarius and Leo together, because they're asking those both questions right in our face. Yeah. Okay. I'm almost done. We're going to start working, moving soon. Yes. So the question also that I want to instill, and this will be the last one, is to write one sentence beginning with the future version of myself already knows that dot dot dot. I used to do this with my residents at Momentum all the time. The future version of myself already knows that dot dot dot. And so once you understand, like once you time leap, quantum leap into the future version of yourself, looking at yourself today and having that little conversation in a good old crazy way, then you're able to embody with more truth what you already are, the future version of yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was 15 minutes of me talking and a lot of questions to be asked. And I want to invite that during our movement practice, we can step it up a notch. In yoga, we try to bring ourselves to presence. Every movement has a breath. Every breath has a movement. But in somatic practices, we can bring that up a notch to adding a contemplation. A contemplation in your mind, like a sort of like a mantra, but it's not saying something so affirmative, like I am gifted, but more like, what are my gifts? And that contemplation will bring sensations in your body that when you feel into them, the truth might be revealed through the body rather than in the mind or from the pen and the paper. Okay, just trying something new. So I'll give these contemplations throughout our little practice today. And if you have a block as well, if you can bring the block here, where I would like to open the chest so that we can open the heart, because normally our gifts are in the heart and shine from the heart. So if you do have those, little block, that would be great. Is there anything else I wanted to share before we get going? No. Okay. All right. So let's get into a comfortable seated position. And guys, I really love this. My gift, one of my gifts is to bring community together, and it sometimes feels very odd when I'm talking at people and there's no response. So just feel free to feel at home, to unmute yourself, ask questions, just be yourself. Like, we're all friends here, okay? And we're all doing this together. So if there's anything that comes up, just feel free to be informal. It's all good. But thank you, and for the honor of me guiding you in this moment. And as well, and there are certain things that I would like to share that are more in structure with this moon. So that your listening is also really appreciated. So let's close down the eyes and bring our hands onto our knees and bring the index and the thumbs together. And for this brief moment together, let's sit in meditation. Ironically, the reason why we move is to find stillness inside. But once we sit too long, the stillness will invite movement. So movement and stillness are one of the same thing. And sometimes when we're still with the body, we realize how much movement there's, what's happening inside is moving a lot. And movement is not just the body, it's the mind, the emotions, and the spiritual growth as well. So as we stand here or sit here, breathe 15 breaths, no words, just you. Don't try to change anything with the breath, just breathe normally. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. Look deeply into the third eye, the pineal gland, as if a window is opening. Relax everything. Empty the mind and feel the energy moving through you. Open your heart, whatever that means to you. Without moving the corners of your mouth, find a smile inside. Listen to the beating of your heart, at least 5 beats of your heart. Listen for it. And now, as you breathe, breathe as if all of this energy is moving out of your body and outside of you to the furthest parts of you. And exhale, bring it all the way back into the center of your heart and listen for a beat or two of the heart. As you inhale, you become as big as your house or even bigger. As you exhale, you reel all of that energy back in to the center of your heart. Listen for 2 beats. Do this again and again. Don't forget to be aware of your back body and be above you as well, below you. Make your energy big, big, big. Empty the mind. Another few breaths together. And notice how good it feels to be with yourself in this moment. The only time that exists is this moment. And Joe Dispenza speaks about the present moment as being the bridge to the quantum field where all versions of you exist. I want you to invite that question. What does my future self already know about me? What does your future self already know? Keep breathing and contemplate. Become lighter in your body and let the answers come through you. Don't reach for the answers. Just see if the answers come through. If they don't come through, that's okay. You can ask again later or through the practice together. Taking a deep inhale and then hold at the top of your breath. And then bring the thumb and the index to squeeze each other and bring that energy in and tight. Hold. 5 more seconds. Exhale through the mouth, release. One more time, inhale and hold. Hold here for 15 seconds and listen to your heartbeat. Don't do this if you're pregnant. Bring the chin in, expose the back of your neck, shoulders down, open the window between your eyes. Little smile inside. And exhale everything out gently. Good, opening up the eyes. We're going to keep our fingers like this, okay? And those of you who have trained with me before, you know I love Kundalini. We're always going to start with Kundalini. So this is how this one's going to go. You thread. I'm going to take off my hat. You thread around your head, around your ears. One breath, exhale the other. Inhale, exhale. Yeah. So it's a lot of shoulder opening. We're going to start opening our hearts. So inhale, exhale. Close the eyes or look at the tip of your nose. And I'm going to put a timer on. So keep doing it, even if I take a little pause to take my timer. Yeah. Breathe. Keep going. We're going to do this for another minute. Concentrate your mind by looking at the window between your eyes or the tip of your tongue. Or not the tip of your tongue, the tip of your nose. That would be weird. Really around the ears, like below the earlobe. Yeah, so you have to go fetch more extension. Yes, and a little bit faster if you can. We're opening up the shoulders. The shoulders are an extension of the heart. You're also opening up the shoulder blades behind you in the back. Move. Good. In Kundalini, this Kriya is supposed to be clearing the head. So whenever you've got a lot of things happening in the head, you do this small movement and you know that is associated with clearing the head. We're going to keep going with a few more Kriyas like this one to clear the mind so that we can gently settle into our hearts for the next 30 days. Okay, another 10 and 9, 8, 7. Good. Woo! 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, bring your hands onto your knees. Inhale and hold. Sip in a little bit more. Bring your chin in, empty the mind at will. Look between your eyes. Bring your shoulders down. Hold for 5. And exhale through the mouth. Good. This time your hands are going to be like this. You bring your arms up all the way above. Yes, and you're going to go. So it's a fire breath out the nose. So exhaling aggressively and inhale passively. We're here for 2 minutes. So you have the choice here of making it big like this or small. Close the eyes, look at the space between your eyes or the tip of your nose. Little smile. Bring the belly button in and don't collapse in your lower back. You can empty the mind or bring a contemplation. It can be anything about how can I bring myself more into the heart for the next 30 days? Where have I abandoned my truth as well? Movement is a great moment to be able to contemplate the lack or over embodiment of certain questions in your life. And let the answers come through you and not reach for them. Another 45 seconds. You've got this. Sharper breaths through the nose. 'Exaggerate the breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring both of your arms up together like this. And hold, squeeze your ears with your arms and bring all the energy up and through the crown of the head, through the fingers. Hold. 5. Exhale. Keep your arms up. Inhale here. Listen carefully. We exhale down, inhale up. Yeah, like this. So I'll show you guys. It's like this. So inhale and exhale. Yes. So this Kriya is meant to help you find direction in your life. Again, on a more physiological, anatomical, it's your shoulders, it's your heart, it's your chest. But on a more psycho-spiritual level, in Kundalini, it's about where to bring direction in your life. Like Aries, or Sagittarius, where you have a pointer, you get to choose where your direction is, reminding us that we are in control of the decisions and the directions of our lives as long as we embody and contemplate the right questions. So keep going. We're here for 1 minute. I know it's a lot of shoulders just to begin, and the faster you go, the better it is, as long as you're not overcompensating in the contractions in your back. Good. You're feeling it, I'm sure, in your shoulders. See if you can empty the mind or contemplate the right question. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up and squeeze the ears, belly button in, and hold everything in. Squeeze the ears more. Imagine that the energy is coming through the crown, out the fingertips, and hold for 3. Exhale, cannon breath out, arms down. And just feel the energy moving through you. Notice how the energy is more condensed in your shoulders, your chest maybe. And let that be information for you. Good. Make big circles with your head. Maybe like 5 or 10 on each side. Open the neck. Other side. Good. Coming back to center. We're going to come onto our knees now. And either you have 2 choices. Either you sit here on your heels or you sit on your toes. Yes? So we're going to be here. Another 2 Kundalini Kriyas together just to move the energy. Hands are on your knees here, like this. And this is how it's going to flow. The spine is the central column for all energy and information. It grounds us to the earth and keeps us connected to the skies. So really it's just inhale, exhale. But I want you to imagine that you have a balloon or a tennis ball right up here and you're pushing up towards the sky. So up, exhale, like this. It's very simple. Like this. Yes. Hands are on your thighs. Don't move the hands. Open, open, open. Yes, and open. Tennis ball towards the sky. Open the chest. Open the heart. You're starting to feel your toes, I'm sure. That's okay. If it becomes way too much, then you can just release them and keep going because we're here for another 30 seconds. More, more, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, undo the toes, come and sit and hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth, release. One more time, inhale and hold. Make fists with your hands and hold the energy. Squeeze your genitals and your perineal muscles, your belly button towards the spine. Hold everything in and shoot the energy up and through the crown. Big fist with your hands. Exhale, release. Good job, everybody. Okay, my loves. We're here. This one is where we're going to start just getting a little bit more active. We're still sitting on our heels. So first we're going to inhale and exhale. That's all we're going to do. Just try to see where you're at here, just to activate our legs, connecting us to the earth, and do at least 20 to 25. Good. Yeah. A verte, Julio. Dale. Yes. And inhale and exhale of your choice, but one breath, one movement. And notice where the direction of the energy. Is it going up? Is it going down? The last 5 that we've done are obviously really high because the energy is coming up. But this one, where's the energy moving? See if you can ground the energy as you lift off. Ground and squeeze your glutes. Good. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You guys feeling it? 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Stand here on your knees. Bring your hand onto your heart, onto your belly, and lean back 20 times. So we're finding right alignment. Those of you that know me know I'm obsessed with proper posture. This one is a great one for proper posture. So the energy is moving down through the earth and reaching up through the head. You're exhaling as you move back. Very slow. Yeah, good job. Another, say 5 to 10, wherever you're at. The last one we're going to hold back. So if you have a block, you can put the block between your legs to have the excellent posture. Otherwise, you can just hold it here. And on the last one, lean back just a little bit. Squeeze your glutes and hold for 10, 9. Squeeze your glutes, lean back. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, ay, 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 1. Good. And relax. Sit. Good. Shake out the legs here. Good. Okay, so that was legs. Where I would like to go now into our back bend. So this is how this is going to go. You're going to bring your right, if you have a block, this is your block, you put it next to you. You're going to inhale, lean back, open, and down. Other side, back, and down. Otherwise, it's just your hand that's trying to touch your ankle or your heel or the back of your thigh. And if not, it's just to reach up and down. Good. Up and down. Good. So Aquarius is all about asking for gifts. Leo's about asking, how do we bring it out there? So now it's really to open the heart, because all of these energies are locked into our hearts. So open. Well, this is prep just for camel, which is where we have both of our hands onto our ankles. Would like for you to do another 5 on each side, please. Inhale and smile. Open and smile. Like, allow the energy to come through you from this incredible full moon that, I don't know if you guys have been seeing it, but we're out in the middle of nowhere. We can see it. It's incredible. Another 3 and 2. Good. And 1. And wherever you're at, inhale, bring both your hips over your knees, both your arms up. And either you grab the hands behind you and open the heart, that's 1. Behind your sacrum, that's 2. Or on your feet, that's 3. And open. Camel. Open. Open your neck. Open the chest. Hold here. And breathe as deeply as you can into your heart, but engage your abdominal muscles. Don't collapse in your lower back. This can cause back pain. Inhale. 3 more. And 1 more. And exhale. Come slowly down and sit on your heels. Good. That was 1. We're going to do that 1 more time. So if you can, just make any motion that you need in your spine to see where there's a little bit of contraction. Good. And we're going to do that, the last one, together. Inhale up. Bring the right arm back. Bring the left arm up. And if you can, bring the left arm down and touch. If you can, bring both your hands onto blocks as well, or bring both your arms behind you, open. Breathe here for 5 breaths at least. Open your heart. Open it. Yeah. Okay, good. Another 3. Deep into the heart. Remember what we were doing in meditation? Inhaling outside your body and exhale, bring it back to the center of your heart. Open. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Release. And whenever you're ready, come from here straight into downward facing dog. Bring your heels back and down, hips back and out. And just feel your body. Exhaling deeply through the mouth, letting go of all the CO2 in your body. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists, come into plank. Yep. Do 1 push-up on the exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do this another few times. Inhale, up, come into plank, squeeze everything. Exhale, chaturanga, half push-up. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. 1 breath. Exhale through the mouth. So, inhale, come into plank. What are my gifts? Exhale, come into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, come into plank. How do I gift my gifts to humanity? Down. Exhale. Inhale. Your body becomes a vessel of truth. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let the questions percolate inside your body finding resonance, and it will reveal the truth to you. Inhale, up into high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 more like this, on your own time, with the questions in your mind. Last one, inhale. Down dog. Good job, everybody. Yes or no with the head. Come and sit, bring your knees onto the ground. Bring both your hands onto your knees. And see what comes up for you. Notice where the energy is moving. And just the act of listening to your body is a practice that is prime. Just listening. Just like when we learn how to listen to others for resolving conflict or exchanging information, the number one conversation that we should be having is with our bodies, because our bodies are the vessel of truth. They're honest. They tell us what we need to know. Good. Coming into our booty, we're here. We're going to activate our core before starting to wind things down. It's a little taster, so obviously we don't have so much time to do as much as we want to, but we're going through every part of the body in a sequential manner to bring the energy where we want it. So the abdominal muscles, energetically, it's our conscious mind. And so who we are and how we become. So this is where we're going to be. We're going to do 90 degrees. Both our arms are like this. We're going to do cannon breath or breath of fire 30 times and one side like this. Let me see you guys. Yeah. So Nada, bring your other leg off the ground too. Yeah. Julio, a verte. Yeah. And Ana, no, your leg stays straight. You're not moving the legs, guys. You're straight like this. You're just breathing. Yeah. Julio, take the other leg off the ground too. See? Exacto. So no leg is touching on the ground. Breath of fire, everybody. Nada, I love your leg. Straighten it. Yeah, there you go. Keep going. Yeah, good job. Both the legs are out. 30 breaths. Don't touch the ground on the next 10 breaths. We're going to switch legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. Fire breath 30 times. Your neck can be off the ground if you want. Imagine all the energy is concentrating in your belly and becoming. It's the energy of becoming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both your arms behind your head, both legs up. And so you're holding the head up and you're opening and closing 30 times. That's it. Oops. Yes. You can bring your neck off the ground too. It'll make it just a little bit more difficult. Yeah. And the quicker you go, the better it is too. Another 10. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring yourself into a little ball. Bring your hands behind your knees. Rock and roll just a few times to activate your entire back body. Good. The last one, your legs are going to go behind you.
Grab your sacrum. You can either stay in candle here or bring your legs out back behind you. Look at your knees. Yeah, there you go. Okay, breathe here. So sometimes I really love this posture because it's hard to breathe there. And when it's hard to breathe, when it gets rough, is when you have to breathe the most in your heart. So breathe into your heart as much as you can. On the last 3 breaths, flex your feet a lot and shoot the energy out of your heels. Spread your toes, but flex your feet and straighten your legs. Good, and slowly come down and just come into laying position. I'm going to name one part of your body, and that part of your body, just bring all of your absolute awareness to that part of your body. Okay? Lay down. Or stand, or sit, exactly, but in contemplation. So imagine that all of your energy is going into your right foot. Every part of your foot, the palm, the top, your toes. Okay, now bring that awareness into your left hand. Every part of your left hand, the palm, the back, all the fingers, the nails. Bring your attention now to your right shoulder. All of the tendons, the muscles, the fascia. To your left elbow, inner and outer. To your right pinky toe. To your nose, nostrils, outer part, to the smells. To your heartbeat. To your liver. To your back body. Now find one place in your body that's been really painful or discomfort and or there's tension. Yesterday, Ido Portal, when I was listening to him, he was saying that healing starts by when something hurts, just to stop and bring your attention for 15 seconds to that place. No other distractions. Just give it attention. Tension is only your body asking for attention. Give it attention. Give it more attention. He says awareness itself will molecularly heal the thing, the place, the tension. Now bring all of the energy into your third eye, the pineal gland, and look deeply within the windows of your mind. And set that intention for the next 30 days
to cultivate and share your gifts, to stand in your truth. And on that note, we take a deep inhale. Exhale. Whenever you're ready, you can turn on over to either side. Then come and sit. Or stay seated and open your beautiful eyes. And the floor is yours, my precious community. I would love to hear some of your thoughts. We've got 5 minutes. Welcome back, Anna. And Jeff, AJ, Catherine, if you're more than welcome to open your camera and speak your beautiful voice. Have anybody had any revelations or any that came up throughout the practice that they would like to share? I don't know. I'm in the circus and I'm in theater as well, so I know the power of expression multiplies our intentions. So it's always good to just say the thing out loud. It's always good.
Okay, I can share my experience during the movement. I
Thank you.
hardly believe movement is a medicine. I was very involved in a situation. I'm an architect, so I was living for 4 years in the jungle, completely isolated. So came back to the city and having like a responsibility, like to fill my car with gas, take out my dog. It was a really, like came back to the place like I don't like it, but there's my family where they live, so I really want to spend time with them because I was for a long time completely isolated. So I was really low back pain. My entire body was hurting like a lot. I feel like pain in my elbows everywhere because I was very tension because I was working with my best friends and they was in their own situation. They cannot send me all the information I needed. So I was basically stuck. So I cannot do anything because it's for them. And I feel all the tension it was on my neck. And then when I started moving, I realized it was about my heart. So it was not tension in my head. It was a suffering in my heart. Then I completely open because I try to stretch, I do yoga. But when I really focus in my heart, I almost feel like the pain release and almost feel the way to cry. And for me, it was really hard to cry, but it was just a pain in my heart for a last situation. So it was not about the job. It was about my heart. So when I start moving my shoulders, I start feeling the release of my neck. Now I can move better my neck. And I practice basically
Oh,
every day, but I was not connected with intention. I thought it was the stress about the work or the place where I'm working with the people, and it was completely here. So that's why movement is completely medicine. And yeah, that's my experience today.
thank you so much. I want to share. Yesterday we read the sea, and I realized that amour, it comes from the word the sea, right? And when we feel into our heart, for some reason, there's just this like a desire to cry, tears. It's like the el mar está en los ojos. So it's like we have this incredible vast ocean inside of our hearts, and when we express it, it normally comes out as healing. When we cry, when we weep, when we grieve, it's not just the solar of the happiness all the time. So it sounds to me like that when you were wanting to cry, it's the release of emotion that has been lodged in your heart and had been accumulating in your shoulders and your neck. So yeah.
And also, something I really learned about living oceanfront is like water is the strength of the water is not about it's not the power, it's the way how they can flow. So that's the strength of water. So that's when happened the situation in my house. Like all the level of the water comes to my house, and then that's why I basically decided to leave.
Yep.
And but not about my strength, not to build again everything. It was to let it go and flow. So that's
Oh,
something to teach me
thank you.
during my.
I know your personal story, Julio, so I definitely understand you. Let me hear a little bit, a few other people. Nada, is there anything that came up for you, or is there something you'd like to share?
Yes. So I just started your sessions on
Yeah.
your website. And so I'm week one of the legs and I'm so tired. I'm so I'm so sore from yesterday. So I see, and my whole body is tired right now, even just sitting here. And I was thinking, like, I don't even know how to share because my mind is so tired, because my body is so tired.
Good.
Yeah. And so I think there's something there for sure. Because even when we were doing some of the exercises now, my mind is like trying to think about all the things I have to do for business, for life, da da da, da da da. Like there's like so many things, and I'm just being asked to work on this vessel. And there's this resistance that I'm still feeling. Um, so I don't know the answer yet. I think I'm just gonna surrender and
Oh my God,
keep
I
on
love
doing
it.
your keep on working on the body, and maybe that will create space and give me more energy and time somehow. But there is definitely a resistance happening right now, and I'm exhausted. So that's
So,
what I want to share. Um,
thank you, Nanda. I've known you for a number of years now, and
mm.
when you say I don't know what to say, I think it's a great sign.
I
Like,
just need to accept
yeah.
this
Um,
present.
David Guillaume was talking about how, because yeah, it's all about energy. If your body is tight and you can't move your body, then the energy of light, Christ, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't have a way through. So once you open the blockages of your body, your capacity to create will multiply. Punto. There's
I
that.
feel
That's it.
that.
You have to, when it
Yeah.
cracks open, it's hard, it's not comfortable to crack a vessel open to expand its capacity, but that's what you're doing. So
Mhm.
careful with language as well. Well, I'll now that we're working together, and I'll put it in the WhatsApp group, which I've just put the link in. But the language that we use to describe our body will in turn influence the body. So pain, hurt, all these, we can just be a little bit more creative now on expressing the vocabulary of our language through even more creative outlets of our language and our own vocabulary, the rhetoric of our body.
Yeah. Maybe it's more of a change and a shift.
Aho, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
one more person, and I'm going to let you guys fly off. Anybody feel called to share? Or I'm going to pick you. Okay, Anna.
Can you hear me? I'm
Yeah.
having some issues with my. Okay. Um, it's just such a blessing movement. I've been, I have been moving so much more since the new moon, and I was not moving a lot after the last full moon. And so it's just like, wow, I just am just so utterly shocked by this moon cycle and all the surprises and how much just like walking in the body is just such a gift. And so,
Oh, did she cut off? Is it me?
Yeah, she cut off.
Oh, shoot. Oh, pobrecita. No.
Maybe
Okay.
she can put her voice note in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Catherine, did you want to share, love?
Sure. I got an email about this a couple days ago. I don't know how or when I signed up for emails from you, but I was like, this sounds great. This is just what I need on the full moon. And so I had no idea what it was going to be. And I love Kundalini yoga, so it just felt really lovely to come, back to my body. Um, yeah, this morning and make some space for myself. So thank you.
No, my pleasure. I got on my list either, but it's really nice to meet you. And I think there's no such thing as coincidences in life. So
Right.
uh, let's follow that golden thread there and see why it
Yeah.
is that you're here and why you're also part of my life. Because one thing is true. I always bring in the best people. I just feel so lucky because the communities that I have, they always become my best friends. Like even Nada and Julio that are here, like really, really good friends. And yeah, so it's nice to meet you, and we'll go deeper with time. So on that note, I have the Picture of Being Summer series happening at 1 p.m. and I gotta get ready for that. Love you all so much, and I'll send you guys a replay and all the questions by email in the next few hours or tomorrow. And I'm on WhatsApp, Catherine, so if you want to check in on that too. And love you guys all. Have a great day. I'm really proud of you guys.
It was awesome. Bye-bye.